The unthinkable happened first. The family of bullies filed a lawsuit against the mother of the 13-year-old girl they had relentlessly tormented, a girl driven to her death by their cruelty. News of this legal action ignited outrage that rippled across the globe. But the situation was poised to plunge into even more disturbing depths. The darkness intensified when a grotesque photo clawed its way onto the internet. A doll, smeared with red paint, hung by a crudely fashioned noose, a sickening mockery of the young girl who had died. While not posted directly by the bullies themselves, the insidious implication hung heavy in the air. They were behind it. Public anger surged into shock. How could human beings inflict such cruelty upon another, even in death? 13-year-old Aubrey Wyatt was born on March 17, 2010, into a loving family in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Her mother, Heather Wyatt, was a single mom who raised Aubrey and her two siblings on her own. Aubrey was the middle child with an older sister, Taylor, and a younger brother, Riker. She attended Ocean Springs Middle School just a short distance from her home. From a young age, Aubrey stood out. She was kind, a straight-A student, and strikingly beautiful. Her vibrant personality made her a beloved figure in the community, where she was known for her infectious energy and bubbly nature. But the place where Aubrey went to study, laughed with her friends, and aced tests, Ocean Springs Middle School, became the very place where her life took a tragic turn. It was there that the relentless bullying began, a torment so severe that it eventually claimed her life. It was said by Aubrey's mother that Aubrey had been bullied since 5th grade. But something happened in 7th grade, which pushed her to the edge. As 7th grade was coming to an end, a baseball game was organized for their class. During that game, as said by Aubrey's mother, Aubrey was sexually assaulted by a boy who she had considered her friend.
When Aubrey was in 7th grade, at the end of 7th grade, she was essayed by a student on school grounds. And yes, I emailed. Yes, I filed a report. Yes, I did all the things. And the audacity of an assistant principal to call my child in after I told him not to question my child who had just been violated and have to answer to a man. He did it anyway. Whole different story. Anyway, so we were ready to move forward, and then at some point my child was so intimidated, and he essentially told us that we were going to have to go in front of the whole school board. Aubrey was going to have to retell her story tons and tons and tons of time. Mind you, this is a 12-year-old, and she was so intimidated and scared she begged me to stop because she was so being bullied at school now, because people had things up that were like Team Aubrey, Team this, like who do you believe? It was absolutely disgusting.
Despite knowing that Aubrey was sexually assaulted by a boy at school, the other children didn't confront him. Instead, they turned on her, calling her vile and inappropriate names, adding to her trauma instead of supporting her. The boy's parents, rather than holding their son accountable, had the audacity to defend him. Aubrey's mom, Heather, emailed the principal, insisting that the boy be kept away from her daughter, both in class and during lunch for the upcoming 8th grade. On the first day of 8th grade, Aubrey entered her class and was shocked to be confronted with the very trauma she thought she had left behind.
First day of 8th grade, and mind you, and I got the emails back this. I let that man, principal, know that that other child cannot be anywhere near my child. No lunch, no class, no recess, nothing. Her first day of 8th grade, she walks in. Who's in her class? Him. She's so hysterical. She runs to the bathroom, distraught. I had to take a moment to compose myself. Distraught, calls me hysterical, having a panic attack. I immediately get off the phone with her and I call the school. I'm at work. Call the school, irate, flipping out. I'm like, go get my child out the bathroom who's having a panic attack, but also fix this. How do you mess this up?
Then on September 4th, 2023, something unimaginable happened. Aubrey took her own life in her room. It was a shocking event that no one could have ever anticipated. Just 5 days before Aubrey had taken her own life, A video was taken of her smiling. It was hard to believe that a girl who always seemed so happy and cheerful could take such a drastic step as ending her own life. In a TikTok video, Heather described the heart-wrenching moment she found her daughter. It was deeply painful to hear. Let's hear it from her directly.
I had gone to check the AC. Well, in doing that, out of my peripheral, I see Aubrey, who is in her room, and she is HAN in front of her window.
Do you want to save this video till I get back home?
I'm okay. I immediately saw her legs and they were discolored. So I run to her and I grab under her bottom and lift and started screaming. And we kind of gave you guys that. We didn't give you guys, is that I was screaming for Taylor to get a knife to cut her sister down. So I'm holding her up so that the rope would not cut into her throat anymore. I'm not thinking like she's already gone. But I just wanted to like get it off of her neck. So I'm screaming at Taylor to get a knife. And she runs in there and I'm holding Aubrey's body up enough to like create like some, just like, I don't even know, I can't think. Well, Taylor cuts and cuts at the rope until it releases. I immediately take Aubrey's body that I'm holding and I lay it on her bed and immediately start CPR, and I am screaming, begging God to let her live. While that is going on is when Taylor's calling 911 and everybody else. So, it was a lot. It was a lot. I didn't want to face it. I didn't want to.
A memorial was held at the school for Aubrey. All the family, friends, and school administration came together to honor her memory. The school district says one of its students, 8th grader Aubrey Wyatt, has died. A small memorial to remember our friend, student, and daughter. Heather and her TikTok posts talked more about Aubrey's life, and she revealed how 4 of her classmates had relentlessly bullied her daughter, making her school life unbearable. She explained how those kids had turned her school life into a living nightmare. People online demanded to know who the bullies were. They couldn't believe these cruel kids were still walking free after what they did. Aubrey was an innocent girl with her whole life ahead of her, and they couldn't understand why justice hadn't been served. Despite the public's demand to know who bullied Aubrey, Heather refused to reveal their identities. Her main goal was to raise awareness about mental health and the devastating impact of bullying rather than focusing on punishing individuals. After a couple of months, the family didn't like staying in the house where Aubrey died because her absence became too heavy to bear for them. Heather decided to move her family to a fresh start. As she was packing up Aubrey's room, her hand brushed against something unexpected, which were 3 sealed envelopes hidden among Aubrey's things. Coincidentally, her reaction was recorded on the camera.
Please don't mute. Please. Please, no. No. Oh my God!
The video went viral, resonating deeply with viewers across the world. Many who had once considered ending their lives found themselves questioning that decision. They saw the terrible pain Heather was going through after losing her daughter. This made them realize that they didn't want to put their own loved ones through that kind of suffering. Comments poured in on Heather's video, with many expressing profound gratitude. Some wrote, "This video is for real. The reason I am deciding to stay, refuse to put my family through that." While others shared, "This is the reason I stay longer." Incredibly, Several individuals revealed that they had been on the brink of suicide, but changed their minds after watching Heather's video. One person confessed, "I planned on attempting last night, and then I saw this, and I threw all the notes and stuff away and didn't attempt." Heather's video had become a beacon of hope, preventing countless tragedies. Despite the strong support and pressure to expose her daughter's bullies, Heather stayed focused on her mission. She chose to raise awareness about mental health and the harm caused by bullying instead of seeking revenge. However, Aubrey's friends, wanting justice, shared shocking Snapchat messages that revealed how much Aubrey was suffering. Adding to this, Heather's older daughter, Taylor, bravely shared heartbreaking text messages between Aubrey and their mother, showing just how much pain and loneliness Aubrey was feeling. In those texts, which were dated back to 2020 with timestamps, Aubrey updated her mom on what was happening all throughout her school days. Let's go back and read a couple of them. In October of 2020, a text from Aubrey said, "Please check me out today is so bad." She went on to say that Molly is so bad and mean, and that she was super upset. In May of 2021, she sent another text saying, "Molly is being so mean." Heather told her to tell the teacher, and Aubrey responded, "They don't care. She is evil." In November of 2022, Aubrey said, "Bro, Molly is being so rude right now." Heather responded with, "What is she doing?" And Aubrey said, "She's just rude and that she's mad at her for no reason, and that it's annoying." She later texted her mom again saying, "Sorry for the word, but Molly is being such a bee. She literally talks shit about me to everyone." Then things seemed to escalate in March of 2023, when Aubrey apparently texted her mom saying, "Molly slapped me across the face." Heather said, "On purpose or accident?" And Aubrey responded, "On purpose?" Heather tells her to go tell the teacher immediately, and Aubrey said that, "I am in the counselor's office. They're getting my stuff." Heather asked, what is going to happen to her and why she did it. Aubrey said, "No idea. She did it because I said I hate someone as a joke." Then she proceeded to send her mom a photo of her face. Then, in another screenshot, Heather told Aubrey to tell the counselor that I want the principal to call me. There was also a Snapchat conversation that appeared to possibly be between Molly and Aubrey about the incident, although the name was blacked out. But in it, the person believed to be Molly said, "I got in trouble," and said, "Why would you cry? I barely hit you." And Aubrey said, "You slapped me hard. You might not have realized it, but you did." There were other texts that weren't time-stamped, but included the other girls in it. One said, "I'm so over it. Ava Case and Peyton Hembry talk crap about me 24/7. I don't even talk to them. I hear them all the time talking about me and pointing at me at lunch. They have no room to talk, and that's all they do. I'm truly over it." Then there were messages that were between the girls and Aubrey. In one, it showed a girl named Parker saying, "I do talk crap about you." And Aubrey responded saying, "I know you do. You talk crap about everyone." Parker responded, "Yeah, and?" Aubrey said, "You don't know how to treat anyone." And Parker said, "Bitch, yes, I can." Then there was another screenshot, which appeared to be a conversation with Ava. Aubrey said, "Keep my name out of your mouth." To which Ava responded, "I'm good. That's embarrassing for you." Aubrey said, "You have no room to talk." And Ava responded, "I'll talk about you all I want." You ain't shit, babe. When these chats leaked online, people quickly started reposting them, and anger spread like wildfire. The four bullies, Molly Noblet, Parker Green, Ava Case, and Peyton Hembry, were exposed online. The outrage grew even more when a disturbing Snapchat video appeared showing a doll that seemed to mock Aubrey's death. Many believe the video was filmed in Molly Noblet's room. This video wasn't just an insult to Aubrey's memory. It showed how these girls continued their cruelty even after her death. Everyone soon realized that Molly Noblet was the ringleader of the bullies, yet they questioned why the school had taken no action against them. People had their suspicions, but after a thorough examination, they found the reason. Rumors quickly spread that Molly's father, Dr. Monty Noblet had once been a teacher at Ocean Springs School for 7 years. Recently, he had been appointed as the assistant superintendent, a powerful and influential position. People speculated that he had used his authority to silence any reports and complaints made against his daughter and her friends. When people saw how Dr. Monty Noblet was using his authority to support bullying instead of guiding his children toward the right path, they knew he was no longer fit for his position. Outrage grew, and a petition was started, gathering thousands of signatures to demand his removal. But in a shocking twist, the petition mysteriously vanished without a trace. This only fueled the belief that the school was desperately trying to cover up the scandal, leaving the community more suspicious and angrier than ever. As this information spread across the internet, the families of the alleged bullies revealed that their children were attacked with hateful and disturbing messages from around the world. These messages included vulgar insults and inappropriate sexual comments, all directed at kids who were only in the 8th grade. Disturbingly, Molly's home address was even published online. In response to the growing backlash, the families of the alleged bullies took legal action against Heather Wyatt, accusing her of falsely blaming their daughters. They insisted that their children were being wrongfully targeted despite the overwhelming evidence that had surfaced online. As the media started covering the story, public outrage grew rapidly. People were furious when they learned about the lawsuit against Heather Wyatt. Then, things took an even darker turn when a leaked screenshot of a court order appeared online. It suggested that Heather Wyatt is hereby ordered to temporarily shut down all of their social media accounts belonging to her. With this, Heather's TikTok account was shut down, and the news quickly spread across the internet. As people found out, social media exploded with posts and comments about Aubrey Wyatt. In response to the court silencing Heather Wyatt, people rallied in overwhelming support. Social media, especially TikTok, became a platform for voices that refused to be silenced. Many posted on Heather's behalf, echoing her fight for justice for Aubrey. One powerful message read, "Heather Wyatt was court-ordered to take her social media down. Her account was spreading awareness about her daughter, helping others and saving lives. This mama was silenced while the bully still has her social media and is walking on the outside when she should be in jail. The justice system is failing this mama and Aubrey. We will be their voice now. When their voice is silenced, use yours." Another said, "They may silence Heather Wyatt, but they've awakened thousands of mamas on TikTok who will say her name for you. Aubrey Wyatt, you deserved better, and we will keep saying your name until your mama gets justice." TikTok was soon flooded with supporters, all demanding justice for Aubrey and standing firmly with Heather Wyatt. Facing an intense legal battle, Heather Wyatt needed funds for her defense, so she turned to the public for help. She set up a GoFundMe page with a goal of raising $100,000. Thanks to the overwhelming support she received, the campaign quickly exceeded its target. In no time, Heather received over 4,000 donations. On the GoFundMe page, Heather expressed her gratitude writing, "We love you guys so much. And I just know my baby girl would be ecstatic to see how many people love her, how many people are fighting for her. I am honored to be able to share my baby girl with so many amazing people. Aubrey's army have been such a light in this dark time. We love you all." The response was a powerful testament to the community's dedication to justice for Aubrey. Due to the intense public outcry and accusations that the court was trying to silence Heather Wyatt, Judge Mark Maples faced mounting pressure to reconsider the decision to shut down her social media accounts. On July 18th, the judge made his final ruling. The emergency order was lifted, allowing Heather to regain control of her accounts. This decision highlighted the power of social media and the strength of collective action, showing that the relentless pressure from supporters compelled the judge to do the right thing for both Heather and Aubrey. On that day, a crowd gathered in the courthouse parking lot to show their support for Heather. As she stepped out, relieved and knowing her social media accounts had been restored, the crowd erupted in cheers. The moment was a powerful symbol of unity as everyone celebrated a small but significant victory for Heather and justice for Aubrey. Heather, deeply moved by the outpouring of love and support, recorded a heartfelt video to express her gratitude. She thanked everyone who had stood by her during the darkest moments, acknowledging that it was their help and support that allowed her to get her voice back.
I am so thankful. My heart, there's no amount of words, there's no amount of anything that I can genuinely do to express my gratitude to all of you. When my voice was shut off, the fact that you guys were like, no, we will be her voice, but me aside, you guys fought for my baby when I couldn't, and I just have no... You're our people, you're our family, you're our village, and I'm forever grateful for you guys.
Looking closer at Ocean Springs Middle School, it seems okay on paper. It serves about 990 students in grades 7-8, has a decent student-teacher ratio, around 15:1, and even got an A rating back in 2019. Most students are white, but there are also significant Black and Hispanic populations. Yet, despite these stats, Aubrey's story and others suggest a serious problem with bullying. Superintendent Lindsay admitted there were 37 reported bullying incidents in the 2022-23 school year, but couldn't say how they were resolved. That lack of clarity, plus the stories of past incidents being ignored, makes you wonder how well the school actually protects its students. They have a detailed anti-bullying policy. It defines bullying, tells kids how to report it, even anonymously, lists punishments like suspension or expulsion, and even says kids can defend themselves. But Aubrey's case tragically suggests that having a policy isn't the same as making it work. Heather even argued in a separate wrongful death lawsuit that reporting the bullying actually made things worse for Aubrey, a devastating claim about the school's failure to protect her. Aubrey Wyatt's story is a gut-wrenching look at how badly bullying can destroy a life. It points fingers not just at cruel peers, but potentially at a school system that failed to step in, the complex and often toxic role of social media, and how hard it is to find justice after such a tragedy. When a school doesn't seem to respond effectively to reported bullying, or allegedly mishandles something as serious as a sexual assault claim, it shows a desperate need to fix the system. The way Aubrey's peers acted, both face-to-face and online, is a harsh reminder that schools need to teach empathy, respect, and why it's important to stand up for others, not just stand by. Social media, too, played a huge role, used both to inflict pain and later to demand accountability. The legal fight that followed shows just how messy these situations get in the digital age, balancing free speech, protecting kids, and fighting for victims. To stop this from happening again, things need to change. Schools need real, effective anti-bullying programs that are actually enforced. Staff need training to spot and handle bullying, including online abuse and harassment. Kids need better access to mental health support. We need school cultures where reporting bullying is encouraged and seen as the right thing to do. Schools, parents, and communities have to work together. And we need a serious conversation about how social media platforms can better protect young users from cyberbullying. The heartbreaking loss of Aubrey Wyatt isn't just a sad story, it's a wake-up call. It demands that we do better, that we create schools and communities where every single young person feels safe, seen, and supported.